All right, there it goes. It says we're recording. And hey, everybody, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday to you, my leaders. This is my favorite call of the week. Probably not supposed to say that, but that's okay. This is going to be a somewhat, this is going to be a somewhat quick call. And the reason why, and I say that and then it never actually happens, but I'm really concerned about the weather. So I want to try to get all of these in. These are my favorite tools for training and working with your team. Some of them you may have heard of. Some of them you may already be using or have on the list to use. But I want to kind of take it one step further. There may be things that you are not utilizing it for that you haven't thought about. So the reason for my timing for this call is a couple of things. We have 2-ish weeks left of holiday shopping. We have then about 2 weeks where things kind of settle down, and then hopefully things will pick right back up in a crazy way as everybody gets geared up for the new year. And so as leaders, we kind of already have to be thinking about that new year. We have to be thinking, are you looking ahead? Are you starting to set your goals for 2017? And how do you start now and as soon as the holidays are over to really make sure that you have everything in place for your team? Here's the other thing too. Some of these cost a little bit of money, and so it's going to be tax season. So here we are at the end. This is about getting in all of those things at the end of taxes that you can write off this year to help that for next year. So I think, December is kind of my fun month. Hey, Candace! December is kind of my fun month where I go through all of the things that I've kind of had on the list to spend money on because I want to be able to write it off. Now, I don't think any of you guys are accountants, but it's probably not the best tax advice, but it is true that we have to have a certain amount of write-offs and stuff like that. So I wanted to talk about this so that if you decide, yep, I want that, that you do it now and are able to write it off quickly and not have to wait a whole nother year for it. All right, so these are tools that you use to build your team, to train your team. I got the hiccups now, of course, to recognize your team. And I think I came up with just 5 of them because I wanted to keep it quick and I didn't want to overwhelm you. And on the finance side, you may want all 5. And so I wanted to keep it kind of reasonable. As we know, I'm a huge tools girl, okay? I am the person that I waited tables, and even though I was perfectly capable of remembering what somebody ordered, I always wrote it down. And I still get frustrated all the time with waitresses, whether they're servers, really, because it's men and women, whether they get it correct or not. It annoys me when they don't write it down. It's just one of those things. I'm very big on tools. I think that we should use tools to make life easier. I think that things are easier when you have the right tools. Jobs like surgeons, mechanics, plumbers, they all have these very specific tools. Even accountants, they all have tools that they use that, they're not expected to do that math in their head. So I want you to think, some people think, oh, I don't need anything. I've got everything that I need right up here. Okay, listen, Superwoman, knock it off. We need tools. It makes life easier. And the thing is when you have right tools, you get to focus this on things that matter, on the progression type things. So when you have tools that are working for you, then you get to have that creative side, that intuitive side, that innovative side spent on creating new, coming up with new, embellishing whatever new. So I'm all about the tools. And I'll say not a single one of them is anything that I sell. So, although we have a bunch of those too, but I'm going to assume you guys know those already. All right, so number 1 is the software that we're on, ClickMeeting. So this, you can have it set up to, I think, 15, 25, or 50 people that can watch live. Here's what I love about ClickMeeting, and we have not utilized all of the ability here. I don't know, if I click on this, can you guys see, did you guys see that drop down? I don't know if it shows you. But you can, this is a PowerPoint presentation that I keep up, but you can do a whiteboard that you can draw on. You can screen share. So I'm going to have a video of an entire walkthrough of our Party Plan Divas site. You could do a walkthrough of how to use your back office. You can open a YouTube video. You can create a poll. Like, there's all kinds of things that you can do, and you can actually rearrange this entire thing. Now, what you can't see, you see this is my PowerPoint right here, but what you don't see is just off to the side of that, I see all of the PowerPoints that I have in the entire presentation. So similar to when you're doing a presentation with PowerPoint, how you can see like the notes on the bottom, I can, without it, like I'm looking at my camera, but I can see over here all of the slides that I have upcoming. So I can segue right into the next one. I know exactly what is happening next. When I have a presentation that's an hour long and I've got 40 slides, I haven't memorized what's next. I don't know. I can see it. So it makes it very, very easy to kind of keep everything going. Obviously, you've got the attendee list over here. You have the chat box over here. There are, you can have up to 6 people on video. So, and when you have different moderators and stuff like that, if you turn this into a whiteboard or whatever, everybody can draw. Everybody can move things around. So ClickMeeting, to me, really kind of puts everybody in the same room with tools, right? With things that that you need and can utilize. And again, you know, all those different options. Now, here's the other reasons why I love ClickMeeting. I can create I can record. We're recording now. You guys have seen the recording of the playback. You can record entire trainings that you do one time. And then when you're working with new consultants, you just send them the recording. You don't have to reinvent the wheel over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? You just do it one time, and then you can send it to them. Now, I use, you can upload to YouTube. You can upload to Vimeo, which is what we use, and they have some really great privacy type things, so you can keep it where it's just to you. But I love, 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 love ClickMeeting. Now, the next one that I love is called Zoom. Now, I know Dana uses this one. So Zoom is video conferencing. You can do slides. You can share your screen and stuff. It's just simply not as good. But here's what I love about Zoom. It's very mobile. It's much better, I think, at mobile than ClickMeeting is. ClickMeeting, people can come in on their phone. I know I see you guys sometimes coming in on your tablets or your phones or whatever. But Zoom is much better for mobile. Now, what that one does is it literally puts everybody on video. And I'm not sure how many. I've had about 12 on there at one time. But it literally will make you feel like you are sitting in the same room, like everybody's sitting around the same, couch or whatever. What I love about Zoom is that it is so mobile, so easy. It's less expensive because it is not quite as robust on the tools side, but this is up to 50 for free. Well, then it's definitely less expensive. I don't know why I pay for it then, because I have not had that many people on there, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But again, I love that it is so portable. You can take it anywhere with their app, which is really, really good. You can also, maybe that's it. I needed to go longer than 40 minutes. I bet that's why I'm paying for it. But you can record Zoom. You would still have to upload it somewhere like YouTube or Vimeo or whatever. But again, what I like about this one to me feels more personal. This one to me, like, one of the things that we have discussed doing in 2017 is our Diva Success Sisters to do those mastermind type meetings and to do them via Zoom so that anybody from anywhere can be in. A lot, the struggle that we've had, and I think the same is probably true with your team, is even with Diva Success Sisters, it's finding people that are in a close enough location to drive to each other, or whatever. With Zoom, we could do a mastermind meeting, and I can tune in too. So it would be cool to to do those mastermind type things, and it'd be more of a collaborative thing. Full disclosure, I've been doing a mastermind for 2 months using Zoom, and anyway, that's a whole nother topic, but I would suggest you guys get into a mastermind group, and because of that, I'm going to start utilizing it, but it's January. We're not going to talk about it between now and the holidays. The next tool that I use all the time is called Canva. Now, I know that we all love PicMonkey, and PicMonkey is a great tool. Canva is like the professional version of PicMonkey. I use both of them still. Canva is more for design, where PicMonkey is more for photo editing. So what I will do, and what you have probably seen, is I will create a photo or edit a photo in PicMonkey and then pull it over into Canva. What I love about Canva, well, there's a million things, but let me just point out a few. So they already have the perfect sized social media images. And if you click on this more right here, it opens up even more of them. But so like for a Facebook post, they have the perfect size that Facebook loves that optimizes the images the best. They also have the Pinterest one, which you can see I've used like ad nauseum here. I will tell you this, guys. Since I have started making these nice tall, I think it's like 735 by 1102 or something weird, like it's a really strange size or whatever. But since I have started utilizing and using these images on Pinterest, my Pinterest traffic has doubled. The people that are coming to me has doubled. So here's why I'm telling you that. So we talked last week, I think, on our Monday call about how to use Pinterest, how to upload an image and then link it to where you want it to go. You don't have to have a blog or a secondary website besides your replicating website in order to have a really fantastic showing on Pinterest. You can do it, I'm going to have to speed up, you can do it with using Canva, and then even your replicating website. Like that's the thing about having the replicating website, it is not optimized to be able to pin directly from Pinterest. So what you have to do is upload an image that you have created in something like Canva, and then link to it. How does the team come in? Okay, well, a couple of things. Number one, teach them this. Number one is to teach them this. I will tell you, I have on the Party Plan Divas Pinterest. If you haven't checked it out in a while, check it out. It's pinterest.com/partyplandivas. And I have a board for like each individual direct sales company. Now, it's not everybody. I'm growing it, but what size matters huge in Pinterest. Huge, huge, huge. Like it really makes so much difference. It's crazy. But so I have all these boards, and once a week I go in and I schedule. I use Tailwind. I talked about that in my social media scheduling call or webinar. I use Tailwind, and so I will type in something like Avon, right? And I will choose all of the Avon pins that I find interesting from that search. Remember how Pinterest is all about search, right? So I'll pull them all in and I'll put them to my queue on Tailwind. Well, when I go to do that, literally every single week, you guys, like 50% of them, it notifies me, have already been pinned. So that means there's nothing new. I can't find new. Pinterest is being so underutilized by direct sales. It literally makes me want to cry and scream. I'm going to end up doing free Pinterest trainings just to try to get it there, because really and truly, that's how big of a deal it is. That's how big of an impact it's made on my business. I mean, it used to be Google and Facebook, and now it's Google and Pinterest. Like, it's crazy. Anyhow, the other thing is that this makes beautiful images for you to catch people's eye on your Facebook, on your Instagram. Any of these, they have, you have to click this more button here, but they have perfect sizes for things to be uploaded to Vistaprint. Okay, are you guys sending out holiday cards or New Year's cards or what have you? You know, this is a great place for you to look like a, you know, graphic designer. I am a terrible graphic designer, terrible, but Canva makes me look good. All right, now this next one you guys are really going to want. If you don't use Trello, you are missing out. I love this software, and it is free. I think this is free. There is an upgraded version, but we don't need it. For what we need, we don't need. So don't hold me to that, but I don't think I pay anything for Trello. So here's the way that this works. So Trello is like a task management to-do list software, like on steroids. It's incredible. This is a board, okay? I created a new consultant training board. Now, the setup of this will take a little while. I'll give you that. But here's the way that it works. Yes, okay, Cindy, if you're already with Trello, girl, I'm about to blow your mind. All right, here we go. So I create a board called New Consultant Training. Each one of these cards has a different training on it, and these are your, so if you look here, I've got first things first, before your kid arrives, yay, your kid is here, business resources, booking your first parties, where do I go to find, like, so you see, these are all of the bazillion questions that people ask us, right? And so what I've done is I've created, and each one of these opens up and it's a different training. So how do I log in? Yes, people asked me back in the day how they logged into their own site, how to set up their website, how to handle taxes, what tools do they need, branding, ordering business cards, ordering a domain, what is your kit, what's in your kit? Like, go through everything that is in your kit. We can't automatically just, you know, assume they know what everything is. Okay, what do I do first? Product knowledge, how to make samples. I mean, yeah, we get all of these. There needs to be a whole board for product knowledge, a whole board, whatever. Okay, so we've set all this up, right? Here's the beauty. When you go back into the main Trello, this is one of the boards, but when you go back into the main Trello, you hit, it's either copy or clone, I can't remember. Anyhow, here's what happens. It literally recreates this entire thing with all of that training you've set up, all of that whatever. You literally pick it up, it creates a carbon copy, and you put your new consultant's name. So it's new consultant training / Dina Wild. And then you send, I will send you a, like an invite to it, right? So now you're gonna have your very own board. And you're going to go through. Now, here's the thing. We're now collaborators on this board. So that means if you have a question, if you have an idea, if you have whatever, you can type it in your card, and I'll get notification of it. Trello has an incredible phone app. It has a desktop. It works on the iPad. You know, whatever. Free. All this free. At least it's free for now. Anyhow, so every single person, you can set up a new board, right? And again, it's a little bit difficult once you have, you know, all that stuff set up. You got to fill it up first, all right? But then you can just recreate. So then when you as the leader log in, your Trello is going to, I have like all of my stuff up top, and then you can put it down below. I am eventually going to do my coaching, my one-on-one coaching in this way. And these will be essentially portals. And you will sign up to coach with me. You will get your very own portal for Trello. And then all of the conversations, you can share photos, you can share documents, you can share checklists, you can share deadlines. You guys, so cool. It is so cool. I could probably spend, no doubt, an entire hour on just Trello. I do have one training on the site, and it's one that I get a lot of traffic from Pinterest on how to use. but it kind of gives an overview to how to set it up, but it's still very much just an overview. There's still so much that we can do. So here's the thing. I'll tell you what, we will do that. I will schedule, I will schedule maybe, I don't know what I have in December. We'll figure it out. But I'll schedule a Trello. You guys go ahead and sign up. And then, all right, we'll have to make it happen in December then. I'll get you good and trained. Easy. See, boom. There we go. That's why I love Wednesdays. Yes. Go ahead, and if you're not already set up in Trello, get set up on Trello. And we should all connect so that we can collaborate on boards and stuff like that. And start, like, I can send you guys, I don't know, a screenshot or whatever of this, but to kind of get an idea of all that you want to have on there, because the filling up part is going to be the toughest. So anyway, we will make that happen very, very soon. I love Trello, And I keep everything on Trello. Like, it's not just business. I have my editorial calendar on Trello. I have my grocery list on Trello. I have menus on Trello. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. It's awesome. All right, Trello will be your new best friend. It's fantastic. All right, the last thing is Facebook groups. And you're like, duh, I have this, but are you utilizing it? I mean, are you really, truly utilizing it? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably not. And the thing is, nor am I. I'm not doing a good enough job in the Divas community either, because there is just so much. It's almost like Trello. There's so much that it does that it's almost, here comes the weather, y'all. That was very good timing. But there's almost so much that it can do. That it can be a little bit overwhelming, or things can kind of get left off. So here's the other thing too. I think people are in so many stinking groups that it becomes very, very difficult to make sure that yours stands out. But Divas, that's what you've got to do. You're a leader. You've got to stand out. You want to have people chomping at the bit to get into your Facebook group. That is one of the things I'm working on in 2017. We only have 10,000 people in the Party Plan Divas Facebook group because I have grown it very, very organically. I have been very, very, I don't want to let spammers in. I don't want to let, but the thing is, we're going to grow. But so think about your Facebook group. Do you have your files section full? It should be full. It should, all the things that you have for Trello could be in your Facebook files too. How to get started, how to find this, how to find that, product knowledge. And do you update it often? I'm putting in my calendar that once a month, I'm going to be updating all of the information in our Facebook group. Okay, all of the files. Do you know what I discovered? I'm going to sound like such a dummy. I searched and searched and searched and searched for the video of me going through the new Diva Success System Planner. I don't know how much time I wasted. If you just click on videos, it pulls up every video anybody has ever posted in the group. You don't have to search. I don't know if that's new or if I've just missed it completely for the last year. Speaking of video, you need to be going live in your Facebook group no less than once a week. No less than once a week. If you look at the statistics on video right now, and if you look at what people are doing, how people are skyrocketing, setting themselves apart, whatever, it's video. It is video. Your team needs to see you. Your team needs to feel connected to you. Your team needs to feel like they know you and that you are there. So every single week, once a week at minimum, you've got to get on Facebook Live. And I don't care if you are terrible. I don't care if you stutter over your words, if you say a bazillion times. You guys, I am here with no makeup on. I got caught in the rain, and I just don't put makeup on days that it's going to rain like this. Here's my point. They don't care. Do y'all care? Are you getting something out of this? Are you learning? You don't care if I have makeup on or not, right? So the same is true with your team. So don't worry about perfection, because I just love you, Cindy. You're so good for my ego. Here's the thing. We're our own worst enemy and whatever. We don't care. Nobody cares. The people, it makes you look real. I'm real. And you want to show that. It's a beauty of leadership. Show that you are so human. I'm so human. I should pan over and show you the mess that is next to here, because this is just not what's happening in my office. This is a hot mess, okay? And it's totally okay. It's totally okay. It doesn't matter. Because if you're here to see if I have mascara on, then you're not here for the right reasons. Your Facebook group is an amazing place for you to connect with your team, to have that team to connect no matter where they are. And it's an incredible opportunity. So schedule it. Have that you're going to go on Facebook Live no less than 1 time a week. All right? And that's bare bones minimum, you guys. If you can go once a day, if you got enough stuff to talk about, by all means, girlfriend, get it. But you need to be doing that at least once a week. You need to have your files section filled up and update it often. If you've got, and I'm just as bad about this, if you've got documents in your file section that is product knowledge from 2013 and you haven't carried that product since 2015, get rid of it. Okay? Get rid of it. Upload something new. You want them to get used to seeing new. You want them to they need to get used to seeing your smiling face all the time. They need to get used to seeing new content all the time. That Canva, use that to create great images. Engage conversation. You don't want people wasting time in your Facebook group. That's not what it's about. You need every single thing in there needs to be valuable. Needs to be, remember, all of our social media stuff, it's got to be entertaining, it's got to be educational, and it's got to be engaging. And there's one more and I can never think of it. But those 3 things have got to happen. So, isn't it funny? So I posted that picture yesterday about show me your pet. There's like 150 comments on that. You guys, we haven't had 150 comments on anything, and I don't even know how long. But everybody loves showing off their fur babies. So, and you guys are welcome to use anything I post. Kick it on over to your post. If it's doing well in Divas, chances are it's going to do well in your team too. So make sure you're utilizing Facebook groups. I couldn't let it go by, and we only have a minute left. I couldn't let it go by without talking about what not to do. Here is something that I get complaints about a lot, and it is group message and group text. I don't care if you have the absolute best news, best opportunity, best get rich quick, whatever. For the love, do not group text and do not group Facebook message. This is how people feel about them, okay? Especially when it is not asked for. It is one thing. I have several group messages with certain clusters of people, like my running crew. We all have a group message. I have my besties, my 3 girlfriends that you guys see me with all the time. We have, whatever. When I go on press trips and stuff, we will have a group text that is all of us. Every single person agrees to, accepts, and wants the group text before it gets started. Okay? If you don't have that explicit permission from every single person, don't put them on a group text. Don't put them on a group whatever. Because, again, here's the funny thing. I put group text hostage into Google, and thousands of images showed up. This one was the most G-rated. Okay? People get hostile about it. Now, I know, there's a way to mute the conversation. There's a way to turn off notifications. There's all kinds of ways that you can get it to stop blowing up your phone. But a majority of people either don't know how to do that, or they'd rather just complain about it than do it. I don't know. But I'm just saying, don't sucker people in to a group text or group message. There are better ways to communicate as a whole. All right. Any questions besides when can we do Trello? I will make that happen. I may do some rearranging and finagling in the calendar. What's the best way to learn or practice ClickMeeting before going live? Go live when there's nobody there. Here's the thing. You can set it up that people can only get in with a password, and then don't give anybody a password. I keep mine password protected because I don't want just a random ClickMeeting attendee, whatever person that I don't know, to be able to find it. But when I do, like I have, and I have all different meeting rooms. If I do one-on-one, like Dina and I have one-on-one coaching, I've done calls with her team. And so what I did was I created a ClickMeeting room for Dina's team. And so anytime we do a training, it goes specifically to that. We have this one for our leaders. I have the members one. And so and so I have one that is Diva training, and it's a password that I don't give to anybody, and it's so that I can come in here and I can record the stuff that I'm putting up on the group and whatever. So even though you're live, you're only live to you. You're not, you're not really live. You're not public anyway. So, all right, awesome. Well, I may have about 10 more minutes before I'm going to have to unplug because we've got that tornado warning and stuff, and I'm always worried that my beloved iMac here will be fried, so I refuse to keep her plugged in when there is lightning. But thank you guys so much. Listen, follow me on Snapchat if you are not already on. If we're not already connected, I am leaving tomorrow to go to ShiftCon in New Orleans. It is a very different conference from anything that I have ever attended, so I'm not sure what to expect, but I will be doing most of my updating via Snapchat. So follow me on there. Of course, it's Party Plan Divas. I'm Party Plan Divas everywhere. So connect with me if you have no idea what Snapchat is. I did that training on Monday. So, all right, you guys, have a fantastic rest of your day, week, all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.